The Most High did it in the beginning. Look what happened after Noah. These were his three sons. You would think they would have stayed with him. No, Japheth had to go to his land, Shem went to his land, and Ham went to his land. And they make you believe that something is wrong with that. You know what's wrong? Wrong is when you're not satisfied with what the Most High gave you and go look to take what belonged to someone else. On one of these country roads one day and look at all this land, free land that no one is living on, while they got you packed in cities like roaches. Read it.
St. Matthew chapter 25 verse 31.
Read it.
When the Son of Man shall come in his glory.
When Christ shall come in his glory.
And all the holy angels with him.
Go ahead.
Then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations.
All nationalities, which means all nations. Read.
And he shall separate them one from another.
Join them together.
And he shall separate them one from another.
He shall separate them one from another. Ezekiel lets us know. Tell you 3% Asian, 5% black, and 80% German, and all this mess they give you. No, it's simple. The woman bears the egg. The only thing that's really moving with life is the sperm cells. Do you know that even a man determines male or female? That's in regular science, which is they call X or Y chromosome. Only the man can determine what gender the baby is. Common sense will tell you that the nation is the father. Common sense. But the Jewish people like to confuse you by telling you that they can trace their Jewish lineage through their mothers, which is total confusion. When all the Jews in the Bible trace their lineage through the fathers. Look at it, even through Christ. Abraham down to his father Joseph, down to him in Matthew the first chapter. All the Jews are reckoned from the fathers until these Jewish people pop up and say, well, we're going to do it through the mother. When the mother is like the earth. You can plant an apple and an orange seed in the same earth, in the same lot of dirt. It's not going to come up part earth and part orange tree, part earth and part apple tree. It's going to come up whatever seed you put in that earth. There's a title on it. It's not Jews, Gentiles, and everybody. The title on this kingdom is the 12 tribes of Israel. So how can Christians teach today it doesn't matter who the 12 tribes are? That's blasphemy. Christ came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. The Romans didn't want that. He didn't want these people whom they would use, who was used to build their kingdom, to realize that the kingdom Christ was bringing was for his people. Then how will the Romans have their slaves?
Revelations chapter 7 verse 1.
Go ahead.
And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth.
Go ahead.
Holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God.
Go ahead.
And he cried
Israelites that's being measured. These are 12,000 men who are following the truth of Christ, keeping the commandments, and uphold the blood of Christ. Read.
of the tribe of Naphtali were sealed 12,000.
Go ahead.
Of the tribe of Manasseh were sealed 12,000.
And this is how they skew things. Well, no one take a DNA test. Who told you that's the indicator of who people are based on their DNA test? You know, the devil created the DNA test. Okay? Where was the Most High's DNA test when he took the children of Israel out of Egypt? Well, hold up. Let's take a DNA test and see who leaves. That's total madness. Okay? Our spirit beareth witness that we are the children of the living God. Our spirit beareth witness. Read. Read.
Of the tribe of Simeon were sealed 12,000.
Go ahead.
Of the tribe of Levi were sealed 12,000.
Come on.
Of the tribe of Issachar were sealed 12,000.
We're just measuring the kingdom. And some people say, well, that's being separate. Well, we didn't have an issue when the Greeks were ruling. We didn't say, well, that ain't fair. The Romans, when the Romans ruled, well, hold up, shouldn't it be our kingdom too? Oh, I know it, because Barack Obama's president, you think it's your kingdom. No, he's a puppet that's being utilized by the synagogue of Satan to lead his people to the depths of hell. He can do nothing without those who bankrupt him and put him in position so that our people are still. So our people won't move at the most dire time in Earth's history. Read on.
Verse 8. Of the tribe of Zebulun were sealed 12,000.
Go ahead.
Of the tribe of Joseph were sealed 12,000.
Joseph is Ephraim, the Bliqua Taino Indians. Read.
Of the tribe of Benjamin were sealed 12,000.
That's the Jamaicans, and you got Gad, you have the Dominicans, you have the Negroes, you have the people in Africa, the dispersed in Ethiopia. You have the Panamanians, you have the Zebulons, you have the Negroes over there in Argentina and Chile and Brazil. The Indian tribes there. In Belize, you have our people over there in Australia. The people that are suffering by the hands of our oppressors in Australia, which are from the tribe of Reuben. The North American Indians, which are Gad. Read.
Verse 9. After this,
And then you have other nations, which we accept that they're willing to follow Christ, going to pop up and say, well, I don't see us in here. You got everything already. I mean, how selfish can you be? You done got everything, and you want the kingdom that's going to be to the poor and the meek that Christ spoke of. How greedy can you be? I mean, we allowed you to pick peas and cotton in our kingdom. This is what they're saying. What about us? We got our foot on your neck in our kingdom. I'm going to show you how righteous the Most High is. He will not allow us to treat you like you've treated us. That's how righteous he is. Read on. Read on.
Verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations, kindreds, and people and
Now
tongues.
we're talking about other people. But they're not measured in that kingdom that came out of heaven. Read.
Stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and with palms in their hands.
Go ahead.
And cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our God.
Salvation to our God. Everyone is in agreement with Ahia now. Read.
Which sitteth upon the throne.
Let's go back to Revelations 21.
Revelations 21 and 17.
Go ahead.
And he measured the wall thereof, 144 cubits, according to the measure of a man.
The measure of a what?
To the measure of a man.
The measure of what man? 12,000 from each tribe. So you can't sit here and tell us that it doesn't matter who Israelites are. That it's wrong to teach who Israelites are when the kingdom is named and measured after all the children of Israel. Now, of course they can't teach this in the church, because if they taught this, then they would have to now start identifying what people fit the prophecies of the 12 tribes. And that leaves out the theologian schools and the Catholic Church who have taught you lies concerning the children of Israel, because they're not included. Then we'll start asking, well, what made you the authority to teach our book? Get out of here. Get to the back of the class. Okay? Don't even raise your hand. You come and you learn. You Roman deceivers. That's why they can't teach it, because now somebody in the class will be like, well, if the kingdom is measured after the children of Israel, and that's what we all want, the kingdom, then shouldn't we be trying to figure out who these people are? They are the leaders, you know, that will lead under Christ. Right? Oh no, these Satanists, they don't go that way. They be like, well, doesn't matter, man wrote the book, and the Bible doesn't matter anyway, become atheists, worship Satan. Okay? You get into, as long as we can use this while you was picking peas and cotton and thought that Cesar Borgia was your Christ, okay, well, all right, we could open up the book. But now you Negroes and you people can read now. So we need to move you out of the book now into atheist teachings, and we hear that they're going to roll out Lucifer as your God now. They done transitioned, or then move you into a re-education to accept Satan as your God. Why? Just because you realize the book belonged to you. And they were liars the whole time. Read on.
Verse 18. And the building of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold like unto clear glass.
And let me tell you, and the kingdom is going to be so thorough, so clean, that we're not even going to need maintenance people. Okay? The kingdom is going to be immaculate. Total immaculate. Now, not before the 7 years of Gentiles cleaning up some of their mess. It's going to be 7 years where Gentiles will need to clean the earth. Israelites will not work at all during those 7 years.